So look, man, there's something I want to talk about, right? And it was triggered by something I saw on Twitter, and I think it does have some sort of validity to some degree. Now, obviously, I don't know the ins and outs of Areece's life, so I will say this: take this with a grain of salt, whatever I'm about to say. But follow me. I have situations for what I'm about to talk about, right? Where you can just make up your own mind and be like, nah, dog, you're tripping. Nah, dog, you actually, it kind of makes sense. So, yeah, real quick, if you happen to be new on the channel, do subscribe, like, comment, and share. And hit the notification bell to get notified every time I drop a video. Let's get into it, man. So look, there was an interaction that was happening on Twitter, right? I think it was a day. Depending on when this video come out, it could be a day or 2 days ago. So after canceling his show to South Africa, he came out on Twitter trying to appease his fans. So one fan came out to say, I'd ask Areece for a feature, but I already know what his answer will be, right? And then Fora said, what would his reply be? I'm down at Areece, let's get it popping. Obviously using the wrong handle. So that's not what actually caught my attention and made me decide to make this video. What actually made me decide to make this video is that a fan under Fora's comment section came out to tag someone very interesting and said, yo, at Uber Eats, you've got a direct line, right? And then she replied and said, shame, Areece has to consult his girl first before he does anything. Crying emoji. Ask her. Now, obviously, now as you see this response, you can sort of gather where I'm going with this, right? And before I continue with it, I have to say I follow this girl, and this is the second time she alluded to this. Well, actually, this time around, she came out and said it straight, right? Because the last time she was sort of like alluding to what she's saying right now, but wouldn't mention who she's talking about. But why is she relevant to this? Why is she being tagged? Why would she know or be able to link Areece with Fora? Well, Uber Eats is someone that works for Hype Magazine. Hype Magazine is obviously one of the South African hip-hop magazines. And she curates music over there. She writes music reviews. So she's someone that might know a lot of people in the industry. And I also think she's from PTA. So she's sort of like, she's on the ground. So moving on, when I first saw this, I was kind of like in limbo. Should I make the video? Should I not make the video? And I decided to make the video since I know there are like situations that might be supporting what she's saying. So I thought I should just lay them out so that you guys can see and make up your own mind. Is Areece being controlled by his girl? I have 4 situations that I'm going to be highlighting, so just stick with me. The first one is when there was an altercation, I think, between Flame and Areece, where basically Areece was like, yo, control us, whatever the case may be, right? And then I think on that, Flame's mom came out with a couple of tweets that was saying that it's funny that he says that when he's been controlled by his girl. At the time, it was sort of like something we overlooked, something I overlooked and I didn't even think about, because like Reece, it's Reece. Reece sort of like represents a stand-up cat. When we see him, we see a stand-up dude, a person that has a great head on his shoulders, pause. Unfortunately, now I can't find those tweets. I'm bad at searching for tweets, bro. I can't. So if you have a tip on how I can actually improve on my Twitter searching skills, do hit the comment section and tell me how to find tweets. Yeah, so that's the first situation. So I kind of like looked at it and didn't see anything because there was nothing there. There was no pattern being developed that might suggest us to believe what Flame's mom was saying. But a couple of months, way more months later, another situation came up, and at the summer nominations party that were happening for 2022, Areece went there with his girl, and there was a video that surfaced. I couldn't find it also. Pardon me, man. I really don't like not having evidence, So I saw that video, but at the time I never thought I should save it. But when I saw that video, it looked like Areece was doing something and his girl was upset, and then you went back to his girl, but his girl was so upset that she left. When she leaves, Areece follows. He looks super confused, he looks defeated, he looked kind of like a simp, for a lack of a better word. Let me put it like that. So that was like the second situation. Actually, my timeline is messed up. That was actually the third situation. The second one was when Areece came out to make that tweet, "You cockroaches, you keep talking about my girl and I'ma teach her how to rap." Remember that? A lot of people were like, "Nah, that can never be Reece. That has to be his girl." Like a lot of people were suspicious that someone else is behind, you know, those tweets. And I'll actually play a video that myself and Madzi were talking about this situation, right? So check this out.
All right, yeah. Then Reece came out to say, "You cockroaches need to stop talking crazy about my girlfriend. It's disgusting. Leave my girl alone. Keep talking like that, and I'm gonna teach you. And I'm gonna teach her how to rap, ho."
How does it sound to you, bro? How does it sound?
You know, I was gonna make a video about this, to be fair, and maybe I will. But for me personally, it sounds to me as if Reece's girl made that tweet.
So yeah. Now the fourth and last situation. Recently this year, I think it was a month ago, A-reece and J Jody released visuals for the Indo interlude, and that video is dope. But a lot of people were like, "Yo, what's happening in this video?" Because there was a point where they were sitting at the table, they were about to feast, and we can see images of Raquel sitting on the king's chair. And a lot of people and his fans on his YouTube were like, "Yo, why is Raquel sitting on the throne? Why is she sitting where her nigga is supposed to be sitting?" So a lot of people were not happy about that. They were like, "Okay, now this is odd." So obviously, as you guys see all of these four situations, I will say that this is not the gospel. This is just situations and instances where we can see patterns developing. And it just seemed to me like the more he got away from his friends, the more we saw Raquel over time, more and more, right? I do want to say that if this is true, it will affect obviously his music output. Not even his music output, his music. Because what if she's in control to the point whereby she now gets people that know her to work with Areece? What if she gets to influence Areece to a point whereby now the people that she knows just work with Areece purely out of nepotism? And obviously it will affect the music because it might not all be dope people. Some might be dope, some might not be. And then obviously his brand image. What if she wants to promote products that are far from Areece's brand image? It might dilute his brand image, how we view him. But I do want to say it could be a possibility, man. I don't have the answers. I don't know what's going on. I'm just saying, but you guys tell me what you think, man. However, we'll leave you with this nugget, bro. In life, always beware of the people that are trying to isolate you from the people that you love, because usually they always try to control you in that way. But yeah, this is the video, man. If you guys enjoyed it, do hit the subscribe button, like the video, comment and give me your thoughts. Am I bugging out? But yeah, other than that, I'm gone, man. Peace.